Looking for a scary movie to watch on Netflix? Anytime is the right time to watch a horror movie. We've put together a list of the best horror movies on Netflix right now, an evolving list that will provide you with classic horror selections and modern cuts to get your fright fix. In today's video, we will be sharing top 10 best horror movies on Netflix. So stay tuned till end of the video and don't miss any of these. But before continuing further, kindly hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon, so you've never missed any update from us. Let's continue with our video. Number 10. Things Heard and Seen. Based on the novel All Things Cease to Appear by Elizabeth Brundage, Things Heard and Seen is a chilling story about a young couple that moves into a country home with a disturbing past. Amanda Seyfried brings the audience on her journey as she explores the darkness in her new house, town, and marriage. Contrasted with Seyfried's naive yet restless Catherine is her suspicious husband George, played sinisterly by James Norton. Co-directed by Sherry Springer Berman and Robert Polsini, Things Seen and Heard blends old-school, psychosexual thriller tropes with updated horror technologies to produce a terrifying modern classic. Number 9. The Silence. John R. Leonetti's The Silence is based on Tim Lebbon's novel, blossoming from a similar premise to A Quiet Place. Set in a world attacked by creatures who use sound to hunt their prey, The Silence follows a deaf teenager, played by Kiernan Shipka, and her family as they attempt to find shelter. Unbeknownst to them, they fall in with a cult. Shipka is undoubtedly a talented actress, but The Silence was greatly criticized for the casting of a hearing actress in a deaf role, as well as Shipka's non-Native American sign language skills. Even with its faults, The Silence is a heart-pumping adventure that also stars Stanley Tucci, John Corbett, and Shipka's chilling adventures of Sabrina co-star Miranda Otto. Number 8. Eli. Director Ciarán Foy spellbinds with this haunting horror movie Eli, starring Charlie Shotwell as the titular young boy with a rare autoimmune disease. Co-starring Lily Taylor as the mysterious doctor curing the boy's illness, Eli juxtaposes Taylor's calm demeanor with eerie imagery to produce spine-tingling excitement for scary movie audiences. Also starring Max Martini, Kelly Riley, and Sadie, Eli is a suspenseful mystery that plays in the shadows, alluding to ghostly intervention while building tension and unraveling into a paranormal fright fest. Number 7. Little Evil. Little Evil is a goofy horror comedy written and directed by Eli Craig, starring Adam Scott as a man embarking on his idealized life with the woman of his dreams, played by Evangeline Lilly, only to discover that her son may be the Antichrist. With a playfully clever script and featuring a slew of comedic heavyweights in supporting roles, Little Evil tackles scary movie tropes with an entertaining homage. Focused more on comedy than horror, Little Evil is a cute film to watch with friends who like a less intense, spooky season. Number 6. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The 9th installment in the franchise, Netflix's 2022 version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre takes place 50 years after Leatherface's 1973 killing spree after a group of young entrepreneurs traveled to Texas to auction off old properties and create a trendy area. When inspecting what they believe to be an abandoned orphanage, however, they find it's occupied by an elderly woman named Ginny and the notorious serial killer, leading to a bloody and terrifying game of cat and mouse. Though it doesn't reinvent the genre, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is exactly what you'd expect from the slasher, offering gore and frights galore. Before continuing further, if you really enjoy our video, you can support us on the link given in description. It will motivate us to make more amazing content. Let's continue. Number 5. The Babysitter. It's a common trope. A little kid has a crush on their sexy teenage babysitter. But Netflix original flick, The Babysitter, turns that on its head by making the hot babysitter also happen to be part of a satanic cult. The cult, who has brought their ceremony into young Cole's house, will stop at nothing to prevent Cole from spreading their secret. It's not really a scary horror film. It's more goofy, super gory, and a kind of throwback to the campy horror of the 1980s. Number 4. Umma. As Grey's Anatomy, The Chair, and Killing Eve has shown us, there's truly nothing that Sandra Oh can't do. She proves it yet again in Umma, where she plays Amanda, a Korean immigrant homeschooling her daughter Chrissy on a rural farm away from technology. Amanda is not only dealing with the stress of her Chrissy wanting to move away for college, but she's also having flashbacks of her abusive childhood after receiving the ashes of her recently deceased mother, as well as a vicious spirit intent on inhabiting her body. The film offers up some supernatural scares, but the themes of generational trauma and identity are where the true terror lies. Number 3. Choose or Die. When Kayla discovers an old 80s computer game that comes with a yet-to-be-claimed $100,000 cash prize for anyone who beats it, her curiosity and family's need for money drive her to give the game a try. However, the game is more than just a simple choose-your-own-adventure meets horror campaign. It has the ability to warp reality and force Kayla to make deadly decisions that affect people in real life. Forced to continue playing, Kayla and her friend Isaac, Asa Butterfield, try to find a way to stop the game for good. It is just code after all. But as they learn of the malevolent forces that went into the game's conception, they realize that winning and staying alive may not be as easy as they think. Choose or Die feels both nostalgic and fresh, paying homage to classic video games while delivering a narrative that hasn't been done to death. Number 2. Ouija, Origin of Evil. Mike Flanagan had already built a reputation as a rock-steady horror filmmaker by 2016 with a sense of holy crap. This guy can do anything became set in stone once he took on a prequel to a critically derided movie about an evil Ouija board and made one of the scariest movies of the last decade. Ouija, Origin of Evil takes us to the 1970s, where fake psychic Alice Sander and her 2 daughters, Lena and Doris, perform seances for paying customers in the wake of Alice's husband dying. Doris, the youngest, spices up the act with the introduction of a Ouija board, but the cursed item makes things all too real when it not only sends a dark spirit into the girl's body, but exposes the deep-seated evil ingrained in the Sanders house. There is, to be very clear, absolutely no reason for Ouija, Origin of Evil to be good at all, so it's a downright shock that it's this horrifying and effective. Number 1. Fear Street Part 1, 1994. The first installment of Netflix's Fear Street trilogy of films is an absolute blast from start to finish. Very much drawing influence from Scream, this R-rated slasher takes place in the town of Shadowville, where people going back decades have a habit of going on violent killing sprees. Rumors swirl that it's all to do with a witch's curse from the 1600s, which is covered in the 3rd movie. And in this 1994 set film, a group of teenagers find themselves the target of a bevy of masked killers as they try to figure out what's going on and how to survive it. At the center of the story is a queer romance that sets this apart from many other slashers of its ilk. And there's enough comedic relief to keep this from being bogged down as a horror film of the self-serious type. Again, the Scream comparisons are apt, so if you're in for a spooky good time that also sets up a mythology that is concluded in the next 2 Fear Street movies, give Fear Street Part 1, 1994 a whirl. We hope that you have enjoyed our video. Kindly give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon, so you never miss any update from us. Thanks for watching the video.